Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. This is the Majora's Mask Mystery Tournament Season 2 Group Anju Group Anju race with Gratoffie versus Sonaholic. I am Shanabred, I'm your restreamer and your seed roller today. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. I need to change Sonaholic's screen. Oops. That's a bit squeezed. Yeah, it's a bit squeezed. Just give me a moment while I fix this technical issue. No. Ta-da! I fixed it. Okay. We have a full team of people today. So in the commentary booth, we have Captain MD13 and Neuronomicon. Hello, both. And in the tracker cages, we have Pitch and Majoria Gaming. This is Majoria's first restream, so wish them luck as they embark on their first restream on a Shanseed. So exciting. But yes, it is a one-mask start, but enough from me. I'm going to hand it over to the commentators, and I will see you guys later for the interview. Commentators, take it away.
Thank you so much, Shan. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Majora's Mask Randomizer. My name is Neuronomicon.
I am Captain MD, and I'm glad to be back because I've been waiting to actually commentate a race in this tournament for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, you've been signing up for restreams, and then something keeps happening, either to the runners, or to the rest of the restream team, or to what have you. And so it's great to have you back, Captain. I missed you, buddy.
Thank you. It is great to be back. And, we are here in the group stages of the Majora's Mask Randomizer Mystery Tournament Season 2. And a little bit of housekeeping as we start things off here. As Shan had alluded to earlier, we start with a mask. Link, on the other hand, besides that, has absolutely nothing.
Monka S.
Furthermore, we did see Sparkles.
So there's at least some sort of hit spot on, I assume.
Yes, means. And on top of that, we saw a red potion on the clock tower. Not a bottle, but the red potion itself. We may have a form of Shop Sanity today.
Yeah, we'll just have to see as our runners get into mystery settings, or as I like to call it, Majora's Mask Randomizer. So for the unfamiliar, our runners have no idea what is even randomized in this seed. They will have to find out by playing. And they have a few clues to go off of, but for the most part, they will be running completely blind. It looks like Goron Mask is our starting mask. And, oh wow, that is a loaded cafe to start off with. Pictobox and Ocean Deed.
Oh, so Cafe's eyes are literally photographics.
I guess so. It looks like our starting song today is Storms, which is also a bit unfortunate.
Oof.
And we start with a notebook.
We do also have fairies randomized. Never mind, it's right there in the crate. Crates are randomized.
All right, so right off the bat, crates are confirmed. Stray fairies are also confirmed here. And as well as some sort of notebook. We don't know whether it's just meetings or if it's all notebook checks, but we will find that out. And yes, the fairy right there, French vanilla. That's funny.
Ain't that convenient? That looks like a full shop shuffle to me.
Well, definitely is at least early shops. Oh right, it's only late or full. That's right. Okay, so that's gonna be a full shop sanity.
Well then,
starting off spicy right off the bat. Shan is making up for the very gentle seed from yesterday.
Well, prices are shuffled all over the place. That is a 94 rupee bomb bag. Epona's is 220 rupees.
Yeah, no.
Scouring the world for an early Giant's wallet.
These are definitely totally random. No price shuffle today. It is all just RNG.
All right. Well, I've already written down 6 unique settings on my list.
Indeed.
All right, we got our first array of hints here, which reads South Clocktown Wath,
okay.
Goron Village Way of the Hero. Nice silver rupee, lol.
Yeah.
Stone Tower Temple Way of the Hero.
Wow.
And Boat Archery Dead.
Okay. So all 3 Waths right off the bat as well. Now we still don't know whether we have Song Sanity. we did just learn from an NPC hint that North Clocktown has the powder keg somehow. And
Sonaholic, read that again.
What check was that?
Required
bunny
hood?
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
I mean that's like required with an asterisk, admittedly.
Yeah, that's totally skippable. Oh, that's right. We do have Song Sanity already from the shop, so that is going to be a fourth waft to look for. Thank you, chat. Like I was saying, here's a great fairy sword. Like I was saying, a lot of chaotic stuff in the opener for these seeds. So much to worry about, so much to pay attention to.
You said it. All right, we've got paper from Sonaholic in the form of a land title deed.
Interesting. Gratoffie, meanwhile, gonna take care of North Clocktown, try to find that powder keg, it seems. We'll see if it's free or if it is gonna take some more work. I think that Grat wants to rush Ranch.
Woodfall Temple is just completely foolish.
Wow. So far, just finding a bunch of money here in North Clocktown and a GFS.
Secret Shrine is foolish. Excellent. That looks like... Was that a gilded chest on the Icona... Path to Icona pillar?
I did not quite see it, unfortunately.
Shannon thinks it was. We got a Camaro mask in the Road to Icona Grotto.
Grat being smart and routing in notebook checks already, going to find a meeting here. We at least know that meetings are on. How do we determine that other notebook checks are on?
Oh, I see what you mean by meetings now. You talk to the people and they give you stuff.
Yes. So there's meeting for the notebook. There's two different kinds of notebook shuffle. There's meetings, so just talking to people for the first time, and there's also ribbons, so actually completing the entire notebook.
All right. Well, Sonaholic has found a sword in Termina Field, so at least we're not going swordless for too long.
That's good. Also have a wallet there as well.
I mean, we already need giants, so...
Very true. This prize rando is not going to be easy on us.
That was Big Poe is something that's not required. Fish. Poes are fish. Big Poe is fish.
So Grat seeming to determine that hit spots actually are not on.
Interesting, because we saw Sparkles earlier.
Did that just say Stockpot In was foolish?
Hold. Confirmed.
Wow. Okay, well that green potion in the chest is interesting as well, but...
And Road to Swamp Grotto has a hook shot. That's our projectiles. So we're getting a lot of good stuff, but oh boy, do we have a lot to check with them.
Very true. Sonaholic getting an early item lead, it seems to me. Grat, unfortunately, not having found this wallet, is just kind of dropping all of these rupees that he's finding on the ground.
Indeed. I do recall seeing that the human fairy reward was a silver rupee as well, so that could be some backup rupees for later. Also, given that Big Poe is a fish, that means scoops are shuffled.
Very true. And did we find that out from a hint?
Yes. It was a Termina Field hint, but a fish is not required, apparently. Money on the tourist center roof.
So many silver rupees just falling on the ground.
The land title deed turn-in has yielded magic for Sonaholic.
Oh, wow. So Sona getting a lot of value out of their early routing. Meanwhile, Gratoffie, the notebook route, not paying off quite as well.
Now, Stockpot being dead means that thankfully the particular Anju and Cafe quest will be dead regardless if long quests are on or not.
I believe that since we have Song Sanity, that confirms long quests are off. Those two
yes.
cancel each other out.
And now, since we have Song Sanity, how many extra watts do we get? 1 or 2?
Just the one. So we'll have a total of 4.
Thank you.
Grat's starting to retrace a bit of what Sonaholic has done.
And there's the big Poe hint again, outside Woods of Mystery. So yeah, I've already currently got 9 things written down for settings.
Yep.
And we're not even 10 minutes in.
Like I said, so many things are happening all at once. I wonder how our runners are writing down settings, because there's a few different methods. There's the old-fashioned, just plain text document. There's a few different Gossip Stone trackers that go into all of the settings, but it looks like both of our runners just have simple item trackers and not really anything too complicated in terms of the settings, so maybe they have something extra off screen. Or they're just keeping it all on their noggin.
Now, I haven't had a chance to see if any overworld rupee types are shuffled. I don't think they are.
It doesn't look like it to me.
We're going to get our check of the witch shop, and we already know this is full shop sanity, which means we might be looking for the mushroom. Now, the left item is the one that needs the mushroom, right?
I believe so.
Okay, it's a hard piece. We don't need that. On the far right side, however, is a notebook? What was that?
It's probably a notebook, either ribbon or meeting. So again, these are shuffled amongst the world, so I don't think they possess any value as items, so I think they are just all junk items.
Okay. I was so taken away there. I wasn't expecting that Bomber's notebook would actually have significance in a rando.
Well, welcome to Mystery.
Indeed. It's certainly
it's one of the fun additions to 1.16, and we're finally getting use out of it in a tournament, so it's very exciting. Sona looks like going to go ahead and advance the day. Meanwhile, Grat finding a shield in P-Hat rather.
Okay, so Sword and Shield were all Sphere 0. Nothing particularly crazy about that. Well, actually, yeah, because Great Fairy Sword was like right on the tree. So yeah, that was effectively a free Sword and Shield. We're going to get a butterfly check now.
Yep, we'll see if butterflies are on today. Nope, doesn't look like it. Not today.
There's our fourth wath. It is Twin Islands. Ugh.
Alright, so our 4 waths are South Clocktown, Goron Village, I almost said Gerudo Valley, what is this? OOT? Stone Tower Temple, and Twin Islands. Now, have we found anything in South Clocktown yet?
I do not believe so. We were not able to the Rosa Sisters notebook entry on the Fisherman game. That is dead.
Correct. Whoa, that is some expensive milk, but it is a French vanilla Garo mask.
Okay.
So we do have Icona access.
Yep. Yeah, we've got Garo and Hook. We can get a couple of Garo hints.
Yeah, now where was that hook again? Was it in Road to Southern Swamp?
Yes.
So Grat, all Grat has to do is turn right here. Unfortunately, that's not what he's going to do. He's going to keep going in Termina Field.
Looks like we're going to get potentially a day 3 ranch check. Sonaholic does have the cash necessary for the Garo mask.
Very true. Sonaholic, I'm pretty sure, does not have, though, the knowledge that Powder Keg is in North Clocktown somewhere.
It must have been on the Transformation Fairy reward.
Nope, it was not there. We still don't know where it is.
Okay.
Keaton Quiz is junk, so it can't be that. We haven't checked Tingle yet, I don't think.
North Clocktown Tingle we did not because projectiles were late.
Yes, and we didn't
so
have a
was
sword
Sword.
to do it out of logic. So it could be there. It could be on Bombers. It could be on Deku Playground.
Yeah, Bombers and
I think
Deku.
That's it. Oh, but also the old lady as well. So there's a few places it could be. But all that Sona would have had to do to know that is talk to the Gorn in the bomb shop, and I don't think he did. I think he's missing that knowledge.
All right, so Sonaholic is now checking the overworld blues up on the top of the
Bunny
top
Hood
of the
jump
ranch.
scare. Yeah, so it's looking more and more like rupees are not on this seed. But I haven't seen anything myself to confirm.
Certainly nothing overworld related. Now, it should be
Yes.
noted that even though scoops are shuffled, bugs are not.
Correct.
And this is just insurance in case soft soils are required.
Yes,
Butler is
Midoriya,
dead.
yes they are. Butler being dead, thank you.
Ooh, Sonaholic gonna yellow dog race?
It seems to be a popular choice these days. People are kind of starting to like the odds. We saw it, Sham. We saw it on both sides.
Yeah. And as I mentioned too earlier, that's required with an asterisk.
Yeah, we could definitely just go see what that's so required for. Without even bothering to get it off of aliens.
I do appreciate that they also didn't list Ranch's Way of the Hero at the same time.
Yeah, that's definitely nice.
And that Postman is not in South Clocktown either.
Doesn't look like Sona's dog race is going to pay off this time.
Not even close.
Grat finally going to encounter all of these hints that we already have. Blue dog beat gold dog? Oh my gosh, wait, I missed that.
Wow. Now, crates are shuffled, so Sonaholic, it does have a check back here.
Very true. Not as familiar with the pots and crates just yet. It's one of the reasons I'm not running.
Alright, well that's our second Stone Tower Temple, Wath. We could be looking at a potentially early Stone Tower Temple, depending on where Elegy wanders off to.
Very true, and it is Song Sanity, so it could be anywhere in the game.
Oh, that is gonna be a nightmare. Oh, buckle up, chat.
Alright, so
So,
Grat
yeah.
gonna do a Goron Bomb boost here, and this is a great place if you're not familiar to look at a lot of rupee checks. You can look in the tree to see if red rupees are on. You can, and the same thing with the pillar, and as well as if you're really not sure about it, you can also check the Gwei.
It's a good thing we don't shuffle owl statues in this setting.
Yeah.
So that all being said, you know, we're I know we're only 16 minutes in, but I feel like we should, because so much has happened, list our settings here. So what I've got written down so far in just the first 16 minutes is no sword and shield to start. Actually, the sparkles is a bit of a question mark right now.
Yeah, where did
'Cause
you see sparkles? Because we
I saw
definitely
them
don't have
in
hit
the
spots.
I saw them in the inn on
In
Stockpot
the
Inn,
inn.
under the mask.
Very strange.
So yeah, no sparkles, or no hit spots, I should say.
There's our first bottle.
Wath bottle for bugs? Oh no. Or red
Oh,
potion?
no.
That is spicy and I don't like it.
To answer your question, chat, hit spots are any spot in the game where you hit it with either your sword or projectile and an item pops out. So things like the clock tower face, there's a few around the Termina field wall, there's a mask inside the inn where you can use Zora barrier. as well as just any other things around. And in Rando, these spots are modded to have little sparkles, it's an option. So whenever they are shuffled in Mystery, Season 2 turns those sparkles on, so you can clearly see
All right,
not only where they are, but that they're shuffled.
And it looks like from Sonaholic's side that Keaton Grass is also disabled, because that first thing yielded a standard green.
All right, so Keaton Grass today.
So yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, so no sword shield, crates and barrels, stray fairies. We have full shop sanity and complete price random. Song sanity, notebook meetings, and scoops are shuffled. That's what I've got so far. Gratoffie unfortunately missing the thing by quite a bit.
Yep.
So we're gonna find out what this required bunny hood is for.
Very true. Have we done anything to confirm that ribbons are off?
Unknown. Great fairy mask. Yeah, that checks.
That looks
checks.
like a ribbon to me. That looks like a ribbon to me. I think it's all notebook.
No, the heart piece. No, that didn't look like. It didn't look like it. But yeah, there must be something important behind a stray fairy then. Because, again, bunny hood is required for that.
Very true. And we did know they were shuffled. I think we'll definitely confirm it when Grat does Kamaro Sisters here in a second. Rosa Sisters. Whether it's the full notebook or just meetings. Loving the Kirby music here on Gratoffie's side.
Same. Not worth.
Nope.
Ooh, Gratoffie missed the chance to double check the gong. Is gong considered mundane or no?
Nope,
Mundane
gong is a hit
different.
spot. So if hit spots are confirmed off, then we don't need to check the gong.
Okay, so Bank 1 is junk, but we already have the money for Bank 2, the wallet, I should say, for Bank 2. And again, we would like to remind the audience, we already need another wallet because Epona's is 220. Okay, yeah, the arrows, that arrow drop almost confirms for sure that crates and barrels is on, because that's the second time I've seen an arrow-related item, because arrows was also on the Bank 1.
Nope, not on bombers. So our choices left. Did we already check Tingle? Because if not, then that's an option. Otherwise, it's gonna be on Old Lady or Deck Playground.
Yeah, North Clocktown I can't. North Clocktown Tingle I can't answer for yet. And yeah, it looks like Shen's confirmed that ribbons. The bombers didn't react at all after give us another item after giving us the bomb, so that should knock out ribbons.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought I saw the heart piece on the postman, but it was the normal text, the normal bright tan text box. So I assumed it was like meant to just be the text box and not an actual item pickup.
Grat finally gonna find a hook shot here. Gonna see what he does with it.
Gratoffie, you are in danger.
It's all part of the plan.
Ooh, we get to see the rare night pre-final hours night 3 interaction of the telescope.
Just for a blue rupee, though. Oof, a death on Gratoffie's side. Could not outrun that Wolfos.
Curio.
You have a great fairy sword equipped, Grat. Just quick spin to win. Even without magic, I feel like that...
I'm not even sure what was up here.
Yeah, I can't
Ooh.
even see it either, and we still didn't get it this time, even though we made it all the way up.
Let's see. Notebook Postman on the for one for 171. No good. How about 172?
Oh my god. Oh, that's what's so important. The lens up here.
Yeah, that gives us, well, once we get another wallet so we can actually hop over the bloody fence, it gives us Shiro.
My gosh, these wolves are not leaving Grat alone today. Second bomb bag here on the pillar.
Oh, right, the first bomb... Oh, no, the first bomb bag was within reason. It was 94 rupees.
French vanilla.
Yeah. Luckily, the silver rupee right next to it in the normal bomb bag's place was 69.
Yeah, so you can just stonk your way up there.
But yeah, we can... I mean, Sonaholic is going to kind of cheese this with the bubbles a little bit, but we are getting our first look into Icona here. And with the Garo mask in tow, we can get some hints.
Gossips are dead.
Okay, yeah, I think it was Shiro's notebook entry. Whoa, yeet, apparently.
Grat gonna show us bomb bag lady. Is this the keg? That would be really funny. If she's peddling kegs today.
Alright, day 1 grave yields a blue rupee.
That's not the right grave. Here's the notebook entry. And last but not least...
And that was day
red
3.
rupee. Yep. Goron, we started with Goron. It was a random starting item. Nope. Okay, so we're running out of checks in North Clock Town, but we do get a Mask of Truth on the notebook.
Alright, alright.
That being said, in terms of where the keg could be, I'm pretty sure only Tingle and Deku Playground are left.
Alright, there is a gilded chest on Kita. And we are going to get some Garo hints. Here we go. Personally, I love Garo hints. More intel and just how much more of a train wreck can this seat possibly get is the way I like to describe Garo hints.
Yeah, chat brings up a good point. Does Logic consider the alternate prices in the trading post?
That is a great question. I do not know that answer. Although one thing that is nice is that title deeds do, as Chad points out as well, survive reset in these settings. So you do not have to re-retrieve them after a cycle reset. Which is good, because the Ocean title deed is currently on Cafe.
Yep. To answer another question in chat, we just have a hint that the keg is somewhere in North Clock Town. We don't actually know how important it is, especially in Song Sanity. It just opens a few checks, including cows if those are on.
Well, another major point is we found a Way of the Hero bottle, potentially Way of the Hero bottle in South Clock Town, and there is a specific soil patch in the ranch that is only available day 1.
Very true. We have not checked whether soils are on yet. We do not need toilet paper in a in a stockpot in Foolish. Oh, I wanted it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so bad.
Me too. Oh, that's
hey, wait a second. Wait a minute.
So it was on the bombers.
Yeah, Sana. Did we both miss that? Sana got it? Yeah, oh, he has it marked. Sure enough, everyone missed that. So
Okay,
both runners should have keg marks, yes.
Yeah, Sonaholic, on the other hand, is going to probably... I mean, it's too late for either runner to do ranch stuff, although Gratoffie theoretically could do aliens, but we've established that's not required at the moment.
FD Anywhere can get around keg if you are running glitched. That the those tricks are not allowed in this tournament. Can we mark Powder Keg for Gratoffie, please? Thank you.
Interestingly, Sonaholic not checking Garrow hints.
Yep, not everybody thinks they're worth it. They're generally just sometimes hints. The hints are intentionally weighted so that the important ones are on Gossip Stones. And the Garrow hints are just little nice, neat information.
Okay, that's one milk pickup. Now, we're not going to throw the alarm about cows yet. There was only one. If we see 3, then we start raising the alarm over cows.
Correct. Were you eating your baguette pitch? Okay. All right.
Yeah, so for all... quite aggressively here.
Yes, very true. Sona going to already reset for the first time and move on to cycle 2. To answer the question in chat, the 2 milks that we know about being in the pool are from Full Shop Sanity. Oh, that was an interesting... I've never seen that kind of cutscene skip before.
Oh, yeah. Kotake just going right in with Gratoffie? Interesting.
Oh, something happened to the comms. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Apologies.
I guess we got muted for a split second there. Apologies, folks.
Right, now Grat has no bottle. So he can't exactly heal the witch today. Let's see what he decides to do with this route.
Yeah, the first bottle, if I'm not mistaken, was on the South Clocktown. It was on the Day 3 Central Pillar is where it was.
That is correct.
So Gratoffie is currently time of day locked out of that bottle. So yeah, chat, apparently we were muted during our spiel about the milk. The TLDR is as long as we don't see 3 milk pickups, we don't have to worry too much about, we don't have to raise the alarm over cows yet. And yeah, I guess we still haven't seen nighttime trading post prices for Epona's song, because it could be within single wallet reason, and we're running out of checks.
That was a cafe. No, just kidding. That was just the vanilla text. I guess the icon in the notebook text still isn't updated, so I might have not realized that at first. I thought there was a...
Ooh, Sonaholic is going for the... I think we've seen this, actually. Sonaholic has also picked up this red potion from the clock tower. I would assume that this is for a Kome rescue. And that silver, I believe, has sent Sonaholic on the path to Bank 2.
Very true.
But it looks like...
game first.
Yes.
Now, Sona, yeah, does not have lens, so it can't be for Shiro yet. Although I wonder why he didn't grab Lens while he was in Road to Southern Swamp, because he definitely went there and got the hook shot and everything.
That was almost the easiest maze ever.
Yeah, those are the worst, when it really threatens to be free and then it just isn't.
Oh, this path. Oh, that is a blocked path.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to find another way around. Luckily, the map is here to help. And I think there's not many other answers here except for this one. So we can kind of cheese our way around.
Shoutouts to Blub Lane Clocktown Day 3, by the way. Love that track.
Did somebody find a frog?
Was that in the chess game?
Yeah.
Oh.
So frogs being on. That's a surprise. Oh, it's Frog Mask. Oh, so maybe not.
Oh, it was Don Garo. Okay. Too bad we don't need Sniffa today. Well, nah, I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Because I'm trying to think what scoop scenario would warrant us needing something besides bugs, and the only thing that immediately comes to mind is Zora eggs.
Yeah, and I don't think... And long quests can't be on, so Zora eggs cannot be on.
True. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we need Sniffa today.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because we know Big Po is a not required fish, which means... well, we'll see what fish is here in a second if Gratoffie uses that bottle. Seahorse is not randomized. And Bank 2 was a red rupee.
What category is the seahorse itself in? Because I thought that was mundane.
I think so.
Oh, right. Mundane's off. We already found out Mundane's off. I got confused.
Mm-hmm.
Mundane's off.
Well, I think the question becomes,
Brad didn't know that yet, so that's why he went in there. Where do we...
We're running out of checks, because we're Epona locked out of a lot of places. We can't go north because we're missing a bow. We can't go... well, we could go... Well, no, we can't go south because we're further south because we're missing a Deku mask.
There's two scenarios that are coming to mind for me. One of them is that a scoop is going to reveal hot water, which will get us north. The other is the one we've already been talking about, which is the possibility that Night Shop will have a discounted Epona song. The logic to which Gratoffie is currently breaking by being in the west.
And we should point out that even though we've revealed so many settings, we still have potentially a lot more intel regarding dungeons. You know, we could have small keys in dungeons. We could have boss room entrance randomizer. We could have dungeon entrance randomizer. You know,
we could have Goron Race being dead. That's what Grat just found out.
Aw.
There should be an NPC text here that also reveals the Beaver Race reward, but I don't think Grat talked to this person because it's still night. Moon's Tier reveals a check in South Clocktown, so that could be another WoF item. Grat almost warped away and decided, never mind, we still have more things to do here.
Well, pity we won't have any scrub relocation shenanigans because we've now seen Moon's Tier land and swamp title deeds, but we also don't have a Deku mask, and Goron mask was our starting item. So
correct.
Didn't we have a race like right near the end of season 5 that had a required I
think we did.
Deku scrub relocation? I feel like it might have actually been was that the grand finals race? Because I remember the grand finals race was something else.
Yeah. Here's Sniffa.
So I think we're too late into final day. our final night now, so Gratoffie's not going to be able to check the shop. And apparently Kome had the mountain title deed.
Possible that Grat is planning on rushing Night 1 after this.
Could do.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that bottle is the Wath here, so...
Yeah.
I think we need to start checking scoops soon.
Yeah, because...
And soils, because that's...
Now, what is the circumstances regarding Skull Kid and Mystery? That's the one bit that's another bit I haven't had a chance to brush up on.
I've been put under the impression that Song Sanity junks Skull Kid as a check.
Okay. Speaking of Song Sanity, that's Zora locked. That was healing.
I was hoping for a second that Sona was going to try to go for the lily pad luck there. Was that healing? It looked orange to me. Maybe it's just a trick of the light.
It was healing, yeah.
All right, here we go. Bugs going on.
Well, yeah, those won't be shuffled. Luckily. But we'll see if Sonaholic decides... Sonaholic will hopefully show us what fish is. If it's
it was just a peek. Nobody got healing.
Alright, so fish is small Poe.
Alright.
Oh, no. Stone Tower Temple isn't Wath for hot water, is it?
Oh, no! That would be insane.
Because that's the only place you can get a small Poe.
Now, hot water for what, though? Because we couldn't get up there without a bow.
Well, apparently Scoops can't be Wath ever, so never mind. Thank you, Fox.
Only the bottle can be Wath.
All right, soils are not randomized.
Nope.
So the bottle must be for...
Either that deed we found on Kome, or some other bottle check, or a scoop.
This is bothering
I think, chat, that Grad is going to do exactly that. Going to turn in this red potion, and then immediately figure out what mushroom scoop is. If that turns out to be something important, that could be a fun lead for Grat. As somebody who broke logic and got this mask.
Well, that'll be really interesting if that is the case, because Sniffa was in the West.
Like I said, yeah, breaking logic, risky play, but it could pay off.
Which, if that's the case, that means it is either locked behind another wallet, or Epona's is just free in the trading post, and for some reason nobody has gotten the memo to check that.
I mean, do we even really need a Epona song?
Alright, well, Sonaholic is going to just double-check the small Poe, make sure. I mean, Mundane is turned off anyway, so it'd at least still be a 50.
Are you sure we can't beat the game without a Epona song, chat? I think we can just skip it. Yeah, if we find out that cows or gossip fairies are on. But we haven't found that out yet.
Well, healing is behind Zora, so we're not going to be able to check gossip fairies until we get something. Could be Bottle Waft for Smithy 2, yeah. If Gold Dust shows... Wait, no. Then another bottle would have to show up. Well, the Gold Dust itself could be the Waft, yeah. Hold on.
Sorry, where did we see Gold Dust?
We didn't. There's just a guess about Smithy 2, but yeah, that requires some circumstances. Can Lost Wood pads be random? In this, no, they cannot.
It's possible that Grat simply does not know Day 3 woods. Plenty of runners only know Day 2 woods. This is fun. I've never heard this before from Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, this is World 6, the Sammer Kingdom.
It looks like Grat needs another Poe for some reason.
Grat did not know that it was a Poe previously. Ooh, all
I
Knights.
guess, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
All
this
Knights-
is the... This is not All Knights because Grat hasn't... Oh, wait, never mind. No, Grat has the old lady, so yeah. So this is All Knights. The other one that Sona saw was the bigger bomb bag.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was a
that's
green
decent.
potion.
Gotcha. And we double confirm that mundanes are off. Seems like Grat just wants the money.
Yeah, because Sonaholic was the one that turned in the small Poe at first. So Grat is only just learning that small Poe is 50. It looks like Sonaholic is going to get the mountain title deed, try to turn in the mountain title deed.
Oh, interesting. Doing, as Eris called it, cringe swim from season 3.
Cringe swim. I'm gonna remember that one.
Grat, unfortunately, trying to check Skull Kid, finding out being reminded that it's dead, going to reset and start his second cycle. We'll see what he does with his newly refreshed in-game time.
Well, hopefully somewhere along that line it involves checking the nighttime trading post. Because I think we could fairly safely establish that that's now becoming a problem.
Very true.
Although, we have full shop sanity, so Sonaholic's going to give us some more info here. We get a Deku Mask, Romani Mask. Deku Mask is within range. Unfortunately,
but it's not cheap.
Expensive seed is expensive. Ooh, powder kegs are cheap though. 33.
Very true.
Well then. You know what's funny? That's a one wallet locked shop, locked by 2 wallets.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, Grat definitely trying to front load the bunny here. He knew that mundanes were off because he had seen the seahorse, but that Poe was definitely a lucky grab because that 50 rupees is definitely more money in his wallet. So now we're going to go use our keg to see what's in the ranch. Unfortunately, we don't have a Pona song, so we can't check cows.
And we established soils are off. So no need to concern ourselves with day 1 ranch soil.
However, this could be an interesting route, because if we do open the ranch here, it will still be open on night 1, and there's a window on night 1, I believe, where you can go and check the cows. In fact, that's the only time you can do it, because they're out during the day, right?
I think so.
There's a window where we could go check if Epona's is affordable, and then immediately go use it to check the cows.
Now, we do want to keep that Romani's Mass under consideration as well, because that is 2 additional checks in Milk Bar apart from sound test.
Very true. You can't explode the powder keg with a hook shot?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
And we should get our doggy racetrack check as well.
Yes, because Grat has Mask of Truth.
Oh, well, there's one of the cows, as you mentioned. Oh, well, there's your doggy race money.
Yeah, so Grat's advantage, unless I'm mistaken, Grat definitely has an advantage here in terms of just knowing all the meeting checks. Definitely getting them routed in as early as he can, just to make sure that nothing is on those.
All right, Ranch Crate was a red rupee. Oh, we haven't checked skulls yet. All right, folks.
We haven't found any skulls in the pool, so we can safely guess that they're not shuffled.
Yeah.
And the reward is always junked. So there's really not a need to go in here the way that Sona just did, just to look at the reward, because it's definitely always junked in mystery. If you're going into Swamp Spider House, it's either to check Skull Tula checks, check hit spots, check soft soils, or to check a Gossip Stone. Or even the fairy. Alright, so let's see if Romani's game yields anything. Not this time.
What is that blue rupee in Palace?
I can't really see it.
Yeah, it was a blue rupee.
Okay.
But yeah, we have our money for Doggy Race, so let's see what that's gonna play out.
Yeah.
Solid flips there from Sonaholic, though.
Very nice. The ranch play is certainly interesting. I think we should be trying to route scoops in, but as I think, like I was saying, as long as we're planning on trying to do like a trading post check back into here, I think this route could work out.
Now,
especially if it does turn out that cows are on.
Now, the only scoop we've seen is Fish has become Poe, yes?
Yes. Big Poe was hinted to be a fish, and Fish has been checked to be a small Poe.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen anybody scoop anything else yet.
I'm surprised.
We've definitely had the opportunity.
Yeah, because nobody scooped water.
Nope. Or a fairy.
Nobody scooped a fairy yet. That's a good call.
Or even a mushroom. I really thought Grat was going to scoop a mushroom, but he did not. He's got the mask.
I think both runners actually have...
yeah, at this point, Sona did go west and did get that. You're correct. Cringe Swim definitely paid off this time for the Steckers, so we'll see how far out of logic Sona can make it here.
True.
Meanwhile, Grat going to get the guaranteed dog race. And it is a blue rupee. Definitely not stonks.
Bummer. Well, it still kind of is. You still get triple rewarded, triple money.
Unfortunately for chat, I did not see the bean price. It looks like water is a princess, though.
Well, that's not going to do us any good. And unfortunately, that locks out the bottle.
Yep. You're going to have to turn that in at the Deku Palace if you want to free up that bottle.
All right, Grog's meeting is a blue rupee. What are the butterflies doing all the way up there?
Great question. They're not shuffled, though.
Yeah, well, Sonaholic doesn't know that yet, so he's going to verify that now.
I bet that Sonaholic was hoping to scoop one of these fairies, and is now not going to get to. Luckily, he is in Deku Palace, so he could just kind of walk right over and drop the princess.
True.
I'm not sure if that would lock him out of anything.
Well, he's already gotten the song check, which was a heart container. Yeah, I don't think there's any further significance to Deku Palace beyond this point. So yeah, I think he could drop off Deku Princess by this point.
Percy's out really struggle with this butterfly. He's not cooperating with him.
I mean, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I didn't know the butterflies did anything until like 3 months ago. Not even.
I have known about butterflies for a long time, but it wasn't until I saw people running this setting that I actually knew any consistent strategy for how to get the fairy to come out.
Oh, North Clocktown Tingle was complete trash.
Indeed.
Cheap trash, but complete trash. Oh, this is the bomb stage in Mario Party 1. I'm just realizing, it's like, I recognize that trumpet track. What is it from, though? This is one of the reasons I love MMR, is the custom music.
Yes, it's definitely a sticking point. I really love the music.
Like, it's
We're gonna go in
ridiculous.
here. Have we checked pots yet? We must have, right?
I think so? Question mark?
Overworld pots, but not dungeon pots yet.
All right, so in Woodfall, we have a postman hat, and I think it's... Actually, no, let's get into a dungeon first, see what the story is with dungeons, and then I'll copy our list of settings into the Discord.
Yeah, and we can't get into this yet without Sonata, right?
Right, and which we have not found. We haven't found any dungeon. For that matter, we haven't found any dungeon songs. So far, all we know is Epona, which is in the trading post, and Healing, which is Zora locked in Biobaba Grotto.
Yep, so not a lot of songs to go off of yet. Grat gonna make a second journey into the observatory. Wonder what this could be for.
All right, looks like the back Woodfall chest is dead.
Oh, maybe Grat forgot to talk to the business scrub.
Could be, but unfortunately, it's only going to yield a 171 rupee, then 172 rupee notebook entry.
Yep. Bit unfortunate time loss here.
Looks like Sonaholic is double-checking the Deku Playground rupees.
Well, he has Deku now, so he can do the minigame.
True, and it is day 2, which helps.
Yep. Confirming that rupees, at least in the overworld, are completely not shuffled.
Yeah, those are definitely not important at this point.
Yeah, Grat continuing to hang out on day 1. Hopefully he goes to the trading post at night soon. Someone up forgetting how the camera works here.
Well, I think one of the platforms just changed their movement before the rupees fell over.
It's tough. It's really tough to do it in one cycle. I always usually have to let it go all the way back around before I can finish getting it off of the middle ones.
All right, I don't remember what was up here, but I remember it being something interesting. Oh, well, kind of interesting.
Yeah. Nothing on the minigame.
Oh yeah, that could be a setting that's enabled too, right?
Nope. Minigames have been removed as of season 2.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. The all-day Honey and Darling, all-day Deku Playground are junk. The second rewards of archery minigames are also junk. Now, the Zora Jar minigame is considered a mundane reward, so that could be on in a different seed. Not this one.
Well, if you needed any more further proof that Keaton Grass is turned off, look no further than Sonaholic just spinning the Great Fairy Grass.
We are going to get a Shiro check here.
Yeah, we found this lens quite a while ago. It was in on the Bad Bat tree.
Yep, which Sona missed. Maybe just didn't feel like getting it.
Well, luckily, he won't be punished for doing so.
Yeah, at least not yet.
And funny, I just find it hilarious that the Gossip Stone is also says it's a notebook for Shiro. It's like, hey, you want to know more about this guy? Do gossips. Or alternatively, you could just talk to him. He's literally right there. I have a request. Is it possible to say in future for the graves, here lies Sniffa, and everybody just immediately knows what that is?
That would be pretty silly. Oh, something on Kita, but we can't check that yet.
Chat's lolling at Sonaholic. What happened? What did we miss?
What did we miss? They're not saying anything, Captain.
All right, well, with the money in tow, Sonaholic is going to pick up Romani Mask. Oh, Shen's just laughing at the suggestion.
Oh, just bailing on the Dodongo chest? I wonder why.
Well, that was a title deed, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And title deeds come back with you anyway now in Song of Time.
Yeah, so there was no reason to re-grab that, because definitely Sona was the first to do that check, and probably just wanted the money from the Dodongos to get this shop check.
Yeah, a unique property of these mystery settings is that keys and... do keys come back with you? I would assume so.
That I don't know. I know that quest items definitely do.
But yeah, point being is quest items come back with you through Song of Time, so you don't have to go pick the deed up again.
Grat about to get poisoned to death again. Missed this little climb here to the ledge, so...
Oh dear.
Gonna have to try again to get to this swamp push here. It is unfortunate that Grat is missing Deku Mask. Didn't do the full cringe swim the way that Sonaholic did to get this out of Logic Deku.
I would have also liked to know what the Fairy Scoop translates into, but we are still not going to learn that knowledge.
Not yet. Oh, Grat. Yeah, only some of these ledges work. And unfortunately... Oh, there you go. Found one. The one that definitely works is the one over here by the torch. And then... Oh, gonna bomb jump? Yep, not gonna work quite as well with the dragonfly, but... Ah! Oh no, Grat!
To answer question, chat, that milk pickup from earlier, that was the first milk we've ever seen. We saw that earlier on Gratoffie's screen.
Alright, somebody please start checking scoops.
Alright, Postman's hat yields a blast mask. I mean, it's nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
Grat also choosing to go in here despite basically confirming that there's nothing to do except read the hint.
By the way, chat, happy 1 hour. We're still stuck in the early game and we can't get into a dungeon. Like, I mean, look at these trackers. We have not found Zora Mask. We have not found a single arrow upgrade. We still haven't found a bow. And we have... Our runners have literally picked up no songs. And we're an hour in.
And we knew that Goron Village was Way of the Hero.
We do have Deku and Goron, to be fair.
Deku's out of Logic. Because nobody has confirmed that Epona song is actually available or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's either Epona song or it's Hot Spring Water on Fairy.
It doesn't look like Sona ended up turning the princess in, so he still just has a blocked bottle.
Okay, Sona's not going to talk to the, Oh, it's too early.
It's too early.
It's only 8, not 10.
All right. So, to kind of summarize the settings so far, we have no idea about FD, but Song Sanity is on. We also have full shop sanity with price randomized. We also have confirmed that soils are not on, but we have stray fairies and scoops and crates and barrels. No hit spots, no Keaton grass, no butterflies, no long quests. Frogs seem to be shuffled. We can't check a few other settings. We haven't found any tokens, so we can pretty much assume that tokens are vanilla. And we have notebooks meetings only.
Yeah, we can fairly safely rule out skulls by this point, thankfully.
And speaking of happy 1 hour, Captain, would you like to thank everybody who is putting this restream together?
Delighted to. So thank you to our trackers today, Pitch and I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Majoria. I'm so sorry. I'm bad with names. We want to thank our runners, Gratoffie and Sonaholic, for putting on a fantastic show for you today on this Sunday here on Zelda Speedruns. Thanks to Shannon Bread for A, rolling whatever the heck this is, and B, for putting on the restream for us. And furthermore, Neuro, it's a pleasure commentating with you in the booth, and I'm just glad to be back.
Great to have you back, Captain. Thanks so much.
All right, well, once 10 o'clock finally comes along, Sonaholic is going to check our milk bar prices.
Yeah. Correction. I mismarked frogs. We have not actually checked frogs yet. We just have the frog mask.
All right, we're going to get a meeting check here eventually. Okay, it's bomb chews. All right, bartender, you have for us
a bow. For how much? Wow, that's wow. All right,
159.
Well, not exactly known for being cheap, this place.
Oh, geez, is Bo opponent locked?
Quite possibly. Because where was that Romani's mask again?
It was in the Zora shop.
Yeah, that's pretty opponent locked.
And the couple's
Zora
mask.
locked.
Not to mention the couple's mask. If that is required for anything, we need another wallet.
Frogs are vanilla, so my bad. There's no frogs.
Poor Sonaholic. The guy's just trying to check bag 3, and every single time he gets like within 250 rupees, he's got to dump 200 to buy something.
Yep. Welcome to Shop Sanity with Price Rando.
Ugh. Now, remind me, because in like prices within shops, Rando, like not full Rando, but price shuffle. Can the 500 rupees from All Night's mask be put onto some other spot in a shop?
I am pretty sure that yes, the prices are shuffled throughout the game.
Oh,
that didn't look gray. That did not look gray to me.
That was red. That was Lullaby.
That was Lullaby. So we have been wrong about that the whole time. That's
you know what it is?
At all.
The way it was angled when it was falling down, the white part of it, or the white glow of it, was facing us the entire time.
Oh.
Okay, so
I saw a little bit of an orange glow.
All right, so Lullaby is Zora locked.
Yes, we still have no idea where healing is.
All right, so we can take that back. We are, however, going to see if snowballs are shuffled.
Let's see. Yeah, correct, Kata. Not just going westerly, but doing the full cringe swim to Zora shop was definitely the move. And Grat almost got there, but did not do that part of it. Skipped Epona song, but did not skip Zora Mask there.
I don't think we've seen a small magic drop, yes. We have not seen small magic, no. So yeah, we probably no snowballs.
Doesn't look like snowballs are on. In terms of hints here on Restream, we have gotten all 4 of our Watts and all 3 of our Foolishes. We have gotten 6 always hints, including 2 minor always hints. I don't know if we still need one more. And our sometimes hint that we do have is that Big Poe yields a fish. Secret Shrine is foolish, correct?
That snowball almost sent Sonaholic off the cliff.
Yes, that is our 3rd foolish.
All right, so Gratoffie gonna reset cycle here after checking Camaro's meeting.
I do see that sparkle up on the Clocktown face. That's weird. Because hit spots are off. So I'm still gonna check every single snowball.
Oh, Gratoffie is saving scoops. Because Gratoffie just scooped up Deku Princess and is now resetting.
Gotcha.
Again.
So the princess was water, right? So now
Yes.
Gratoffie has that knowledge. He still has more scoops to check.
Yeah, the way this is going, I'm pretty sure there's still a possibility that there's a 3rd wallet somewhere up in the north. Like that could be why Village is Wath for Epona's to Zora, but Epona's to the west. But it's looking more likely that it's just the nighttime trading post price. Maybe not.
Hot spring water.
Wait, hot spring water was behind Sniffa.
What was I saying? Hot spring water is available.
Okay.
Sniffa. Where was Sniffa again?
In the west.
Okay, so that's still
Epona locked. Okay,
yeah.
We're still not in logic. We're still trying to figure this out.
But now, so that's only Epona locked though. So
yeah.
We're still ambiguous about that because nobody has checked nighttime trading post. So this could be in logic here. This could be the actual logic. Sona, meanwhile, having found it a completely illogical bow, which is definitely behind Zora Mask.
Yeah, and Goron Village is Wath too, so this will be... We'll know what the story is if we find 3rd wallet here. We also have found Swamp Title Deed, so if the wallet was up on the ledge, that would have been the clue there. Oh wait, no, that would have been Deku locked. And that was in Zora's shop, so that's Epona locked too. Never mind! Alright, what is... Okay, we got beans.
Interesting.
Expensive beans.
Yeah, speaking of these wallets, just to confirm, I am reading the doc that does say, in this setting, the full price rando, the royal wallet is added. So there are 3 wallets in the pool. And when you do find it, it will fill it automatically, so should make the bank easier as well.
Lullaby intro was a notebook entry.
Of course it was.
Alright, so we still haven't satisfied our Wath yet up here. Probably something in Lent's Cave.
Nobody has scooped a fairy yet. I really want to know what fairies are. Fairy was Zoreg? Oh, thank you. I must have missed that.
Okay. Ooh, that looks important.
A second bottle, finally. And something else here? Ice arrows!
That's our Wath.
Definitely.
Ah, that's Icona access.
Okay, so in Goron Village, we found a bottle, which is not Wath, but we have found ice. Did we find anything in Twin Islands yet?
No. Okay. Although it's a bit of a relief for Sonaholic because now he's finally got a bottle to use after accidentally burning one to Deku Princess.
Yep. Sona not wasting any time getting past this ice arrow requirement up to Upper Canyon. See what he finds there. Although without Elegy, we can't exactly rush the Stone Tower Temple Wath.
Nope.
Hey, do you want to buy a red rupee for 200 rupees?
Absolutely not. It's already bad enough that I have to spend 220 rupees for my horse.
Yeah.
And then there's of course the kerfuffle coming up with keys, because yeah, with small keys and boss keys, they can't be out in the overworld. They can only be either shuffled within their own temples or shuffled within any temple.
Correct.
Or they could be. Can they be turned off too?
They can actually, yeah. The two options are they're within their own temple or they're completely turned off.
Okay. And all right, Gratoffie, meanwhile, probably saying, "All right, anybody confused?"
Yes.
So yeah, we might need. It's looking like we have a required sniffer.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Both runners back in logic here with this sniffa leading to the ice arrows.
Well,
assuming again that the Eponas brings
yeah,
us the sniffa.
Epona, it has to be under 200 in the nighttime trading post at this point.
It's gotta be. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of indication that that's not the case. It's just that nobody has looked. They don't care. Epona Schmapona. We don't need our horse to beat the game.
Alright, we did get a Razor Sword from the Poe Sisters, though, so at least we have Great Fairy Sword anyway, so... offense really hasn't been an issue today. Defense is a little bit meh right now.
Very true.
Alright, what is our hot spring water scoop?
It's a big Poe.
That's not gonna do us any good, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's a cash injection, that's it.
There's Zora.
All right.
Yeah, the clues are all indicating that we should have this Epona song. The clues are all indicating that we should have this sniffa in logic and that all of this should be in logic.
A little too far to the right, Sonaholic. Trying to get a peek of the Cape Ledge, but no luck. But yeah, Gratoffie's going to go ahead and accelerate time a little here, apparently.
Learn Scarecrow song.
Okay. I thought it was going to accelerate time. Which would have been convenient because that would have put you into the trading post at nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to bring everybody up to speed here for the sake of logic, what we think is supposed to happen right now is Epona's on the trading post, but we think the night price is under 200 rupees, which would allow you to go west to Cape, I believe it was Cape Grotto, question mark?
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Where you could find Mask of Sense. Mask of Sense lets you get hot spring water from a mushroom scoops, and scoops are shuffled. That's your way north, where you can get hot spring water. You need to go get hot spring water again to go to hot spring water grotto to get Zora. That lets you buy... It lets you get two things. It lets you get Deku Mask in the Zora shop. It lets you get Romani Mask for bow on the milk purchase in the milk bar.
And it allows you to get this lullaby that Grat just got, which is also not that useful without a bow.
Oh, let's just enter a dungeon at the very least. Finally.
Very true. And for all we know, the dungeons are shuffled.
An hour and 20 minutes later, and we finally can go into a dungeon, kind of. Oh yeah, chat brings up a great point too. There was the Great Fairy Mask, Way of the Hero, or required Great Fairy Mask from the from Postman game. So
we definitely know that something is on a Stray Fairy check.
Which apparently the only one that immediately logically comes to mind is in Snowhead Temple, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but because I don't remember call the Stray Fairies. I just get giddy when they're required.
There are some in Snowhead. There are also some in Woodfall. I don't know if there's any in Great Bay Temple. I know that there's definitely none in Stone Tower Temple, so that can't be the Wath.
All of those are in chests, yeah. We're gonna get a Smithy 1 check here on Gratoffie's side.
It's a pretty reasonable price for Smithy 1. Let's see what it is. That looks to be just some health.
So yeah, at this point we are still looking for Fire and Light. We do have Unsatisfied Way of the Heroes in Twin Islands and Stone Tower Temple.
The Twin Islands Way of the Hero is definitely Zora Mask.
Oh, right. Hot Spring Water Grotto, never mind.
And Goron Village would definitely be Ice Arrows. So yeah, we need to find Elegy so that we can figure out what's the Wath in Stone Tower Temple. We also have a Way of the Hero. We have a required Bunny Hood to get a Great Fairy Mask that is still technically unresolved, which hopefully Grat is going to resolve that for us now by figuring out which Stray Fairy is required.
Yeah, now, if our runners are... Now, can our runners do anything with our current equipment in Stone Tower Temple if this entrance is Stone Tower Temple?
That's a good question, and I think that the answer is not a lot. At least not a lot logically. There's, I think there's just one eye switch that we can hit to spawn a chest in the very first room. And we can also illogically do like a left side bomb jump to get maybe some checks on the left side of the temple. But that's really it. Especially if small keys are on, we're gonna be locked out of most of that temple. Now, if this is a vanilla temple, then we can do some shenanigans to probably check quite a few things without fire arrows.
Alright, so
yeah, I could even be wrong about that. I could even be wrong about that ice switch. It could spawn a right side up chest in the upside down temple.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah. So without lights or mirror, we're kind of stuck there. So let's see. Looks pretty vanilla to me. Now, it is still possible with this one vanilla dungeon to have all the rest of them be shuffled amongst themselves, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. Right, it's going to use some slow hookshot strats here in this first room. Because, yeah, definitely staying here is the play, trying to see how many stray fairies we can pick up. I didn't see what was in the bubble.
Same. Ooh, Sonaholic is having trouble with this lensless hot spring water climb.
You're able to see it from far away, but not up close. The fairy. Here's the other bubble, which looked to be... I think that was a key. Yep.
Yeah, it's
so
a key,
keys are within dungeons.
Looks like within their own dungeons.
Yep, that's the only option at this point. That looks like just a rupee, but I could be wrong. Is Grat choosing not to get the key either? If Great Fairy Mask is required for keys, that would be so shanny. That'd be a shanny moment. It looks like hot spring water... No. When did we get milk? We got milk from just a random check, right?
Yes, we only got one drop too. Hot spring water was Big Poe.
Yeah, now milk is not a scoop, right? That's not part of Scoop Sanity.
Milk is not a scoop.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's just a Big Poe. You're gonna have to look somewhere else for hot spring water.
It's on Sniffer.
Oh, there is a bow. So that, assuming again, that Epona Song is available right now, that is our logical bow.
Yeah, actually, that or the Romani's Mask bow or the Milk Bar bow could have worked as first logical bow because that was only Zora locked, right? Yeah, so either bow could have
Zora.
Either bow could have shown up in logic. Okay.
Yeah, so this is Gratoffie's chance to gain some ground here. Sona, failing to check the Sniffa mask, is not going to find Zora. And is not going to, therefore, get Lullaby. We just found a bow here on a crate in Snowhead Temple. And there's another bow that was Zora locked in the Milk Bar.
In the Milk Bar, to which Romani's Mask was in the Zora shop.
Yeah, so Grat should have a bow marked on his tracker at this point.
Uh-oh, Gratoffie is almost out of bombs.
Uh-oh.
Gratoffie is now currently out of bombs.
Yep, so how are you going to break that crate, buddy?
Hope
for a bomb drop here?
I was going to say, does
Not
he
gonna
have
work.
to choose?
Think. What do we do? Sona, meanwhile, going to reset time. Grat going to be forced to leave to find bombs. Yeah, unfortunately, there's only one proud owner of a Blast Mask right now, and that is Sonaholic. I do not remember where that was.
Blast Mask was... I remember seeing it. I don't remember where it was. It was behind the postman's hat.
Yes. Grat, did you need to reset all the way to the beginning of the dungeon to go here?
Also, one bomb drop? Jeez.
Dead chest. Oh, scoop the fairy. Ah. I don't know if Grat has scooped a fairy yet. No
All right,
dungeon
so-
pots. No pots at all.
Alright, so pots are dead.
And are there any red rupees in here? There are, we just haven't been to that room yet.
Yeah, they would be in the iceberg room.
That's funny.
So,
You wanted some bomb shoes, didn't ya? Well, there they are. Bomb locked. We're not gonna... Okay. Why are we... Do we not know the strat to press the switch? I really don't think... the chest fairies are definitely shuffled in every seed, so... We do need to check that chest at some point that we just skipped. No red rupee shuffle whatsoever. Alright, so we have a pretty good idea of the settings at this point. We are assuming that tokens are off. We're assuming that cows are off. We can't check regional gossip fairies yet. But other than that, we just need to know about entrance rando and boss keys. In terms of whether or not we hard need a small key in this dungeon, I think one key is very convenient because it prevents you from having to raise the pillar.
Also, both of those keys were in bubbles.
Yep, very true. And it's possible that they're also just logically required. Yes, apologies to chat. We were very certain for a while that that was healing, but when Grat finally went to that grotto, we were able to see that it was, in fact, Lullaby. So apologies for that.
Oh, geez, 90 minutes in and we're now just finally getting to check Pirate's Fortress.
Yep. There's not really a hint leading us here, so... You know, anything could be possible.
Yeah, that's pretty rare to basically see nothing immediately pointing to Pirate's Fortress, and me, my big mouth, there's already a small chest here.
Yeah. It's the toilet hand notebook. So I wonder if chat knows whether this key situation could satisfy the requirement for Great Fairy Mask, or if we can still expect to find something else.
All right, there's a Chateau Romani drop.
Great, gonna go ahead and drink that for the free magic. Yeah, so logic expects you to be able to raise the pillar with fire arrows, which we don't have. Ooh, is that something? It is.
Mm-hmm.
Not talking about Waddler Foolish, we're talking about item importance of the bunny hood, which led to the Great Fairy Mask as a required item.
Our third key was behind Lens.
Interesting.
No sign of our boss key, though.
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah.
So that kind of cancels it out. You're right. It's the last Great Fairy Mask lock check if it's even something in this dungeon. Could be in a completely different dungeon.
It's light arrows.
Yep, okay, alright. There you go. That'll do it. So
Okay.
Grad with the heads-up play here, figuring out this logic.
I mean, that's cool and all, but Light Arrows doesn't actually do anything for us right now.
I mean, it gives us a reason to find out that Stone Tower Temple is shuffled somewhere else and use the light arrows to figure out what's so watt there. But we don't even know if that AR is on. And with no fire arrows, we might be done here.
Alright, so yeah, Grat got light arrows.
Yes, he does have it marked. Not sure what is left to do here.
No, the way we're going, we're not going to be going back to Pirate's Fortress anytime soon. There really hasn't been anything else uncovered by bees.
Yeah, we can scoop a Zora egg if we haven't already.
The only thing that could be at this point are fairies, yeah?
I think so. I think you're right. We haven't found mushroom yet.
True, but that's not going to do us any good anyway.
Yeah, mushroom not required, yeah. Okay, a big chest here. Is this finally banked? Okay, no, okay, we already have bank 2. We are gonna scoop the eggs and find out that it's water.
That was New Wave in that sunken chest. Okay, actually something for Pirate's Fortress from Pirate's Fortress. About time.
Alright.
Sonaholic's gonna take the quick way out. Halt! Yeet!
Hey, I found blue potion. I think there is not much left for STT to be besides fire arrows or a song.
Yeah, and a song seems pretty likely the way we're going.
Yeah. Sonata?
Yeah, I mean, Woodfall Temple is foolish, so that would actually kind of check if that's the last place to go.
Yeah. So close to bank 3, just 4 rupees away.
Oh, you know what we also still need? The ultimate wild card, Oath to Order.
Yep, very true. And it's Song Sanity. So if we manage to beat all 4 temples without having it, then the Oath cutscene will let us know exactly where it is. Wow, double defense here in a barrel. And bank 3 is just a 50.
No, bank's not paying out today. Surprisingly.
That's what they call interest. Looks as though Grad is going to go south again. Thinking walk, yeah. I did not realize just how many barrels there were here in sewers.
Oh yeah, Sewers has a lot
Quite
of
a few.
barrels. I remember in season 1, Fox and I commentated one of the first races, and we had hit spots enabled, but that Pirates Fortress interior was foolish.
Bit unfortunate there. All right, Grat gonna do Swamp Archery. Unfortunately, we already know that this is nothing.
Ooh, we are going to see what that mountain title D turn-in yields.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Grat, this light arrow get is pretty nice, but only if Grat manages to find Deku Mask, which, as we know, is Zora locked in Cape. In Zora Hall, rather. There's the Gilded Sword for Sona.
I guess the item was nothing?
Yeah, it's possible that Grat isn't actually thinking as forward. There's the third bow on Evan. Also Zora locked.
So yeah, like just all our bows were straight up Zora locked.
Yeah.
Literally all of them.
Grat continuing to go back to Clocktown. Yeah, it's possible that Grat is not actually thinking about that trading post night. We can hope that both of our runners are thinking about that and just choosing to skip that logic. But until one of them actually checks whether this Epona song is really in logic, then we can't be sure.
All right, and Snowhead Temple entrance takes us to Great Bay Temple. So, okay, so yeah, Great Bay leads to Great Bay. Okay, so Dungeon ER seems to be off at this point.
Yeah. Pretty unlikely that we'll have a swapped Woodfall and Stone Tower. Yeah, Grat may just be full clearing looking for a wallet, unfortunately. I don't see a second magic on either. Oh, yeah, wait.
Oh, in one of the barrels?
In one of the barrels was there second magic? Oops.
Although Chateau's been popping up pretty reliably anyway, so...
Yeah, we
I don't
found
think
the
we're worried too much
Chateau
about it.
bottle in South Clock Town on the tower, and the refill is on Fire Arrow Chest. Yeah, so Grat gonna go towards Pirate's Fortress, where he's hopefully gonna find New Wave, but that's not exactly gonna push him to the Zora Hall Shop, although maybe it might. Maybe it might. Meanwhile, we move into GBT here on the side of Sonaholic. Gonna use our ice arrows to check the hard ice arrow locked room here, including a few barrels as well as a chest fairy.
Okay, Ice Arrow just whiffed. What's going on here?
Yikes. Yeah, we need to go back for more magic, unfortunately. Wow, what a banger. Moonview Highway. If only we had FD, so we didn't have to do this green pump. But we can still do it this way. It certainly seems that way, Fox. They're just kind of going in blind.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple of races where runners that I've watched in playback where runners have missed a couple of minor quirks, and it's ended up being a very big deal. And I often say every seed is a lesson, and today's appears to be double check all the double check your prices.
There's really not, especially the longer we take to find a wallet. There's not really any other options that it could be. There are 2 other wallets in the pool, and neither of them are popping up.
Oh, there's our other bean. Alright, got another big chest here.
There's healing. So now we can finally check Gossip Fairies.
Oh, that's not what you want to see this far into the game. Another large number of checks.
Uh-oh. Is Fox noticing that Sona's skipping straight fairies? That's not good. We know that Great Fairy Mask is required, and we don't have the light arrows that Grat has. So for all we know, it could be something in here. Oath on Gorman race. That would be very funny.
Oh, that would be brutal. Oh,
Okay, we're equipping the mask. Yeah, I've never seen this bomb jump before.
Yeah, there's a couple gold chests in here. This is a pretty... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this GBT.
There we go. Oh my god, there's Oath! Have we confirmed whether or not boss keys are going to be a problem?
I don't know, but welcome to the folks from... Oh, hey, Gold Dust. Welcome to the folks coming over from Zelda Speedruns 2. You join us in the middle of what has been an extremely chaotic race in the Majora's Mask Randomizer Mystery Season 2 tournament. Today we have Gratoffie and Sonaholic going at it, and we got a lot of things turned on.
Yeah.
Amongst of which you may have just seen on your way in, Song Sanity.
Yes, Grat having just picked up New Wave from the Pirates Fortress. Do need to mark that. And also in GBT, we just found Oath and Healing. We are just about ready to post the settings. The only settings we are still waiting on confirmation about are regional gossip fairies, which we have not had a chance to check yet, and the boss key and boss door situation. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't know if Sana is gonna have too good of a time if he skips too many more fairies in here.
Sonaholic might have just noticed something was wrong here and stopped the crank.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to check these fairy chests here, which Sona should know because these are always on. And that does look pretty gold trim to me, so we are going to have to go look at that. Hey, it's the ward key! After we've already locked that room. Yeah. Gonna redo the water wheel jump? It's a bold move.
Nails it first try both times, though.
Yeah. Claps in chat for that. Alright, so are we trying to get a barrel down here? Stray fairy? Seems like Grat really wanted that bottle fairy. Is that our second milk, finally?
It was.
Alright, so at this point, it's pretty safe to assume cows are off.
Yeah, those two milk scoops were pretty far apart from each other.
Yeah. FD Anywhere skips the ice arrow requirement here. To actually get to the wart room. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with actually getting the boss key chest. But I don't think it matters to the logic in any case because we do have ice arrows going for us. I think one of the shops does have a fairy. I believe it's the trading post. So I'm trying to remember if we've seen any other fairies than just the one. I think we haven't, so
I don't think so, no.
I think we can pretty much assume that regional gossip fairies are off. So if we want to go ahead and post the pinned chat of the settings, we should have, in terms of settings that are on, Song Sanity, full shop sanity with price rando, stray fairies, small keys within temple, scoops, crates and barrels, and notebook meetings. And everything else is confirmed off, other than boss doors and boss keys. Okay, Shannon's asking if we can send the list, I think, in Discord.
Okay, yeah, one moment.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Fox. Just confirming that ice arrows are Woth and why they're Woth. What's on this like hard piece? Is that just a bomb drop? Yep. There's a Keaton mask. That is unfortunately never going to be required in Mystery. Accepting this keepsake doesn't make much sense indeed. Alright, that looks like a shuffled door, Captain. What do you think? Does that look like the twin mold door to you?
Sure does.
Yep. Alright, so boss doors, and meanwhile, Grat. Oh no! Is that the cape chest underwater?
Yep, they were literally just chilling right next door to
oh no! So Sona gonna be punished for cringe swim after all by missing this chest that's hard Zora locked. Oh no! So Grat is actually might end up being the Juggernaut play here of just playing super carefully and super, you know, organized.
He's gonna have to burn.
You know,
he's gonna have to burn another 150 rupees.
Yep. But he knows where Deco Mask is. So at this point, the only things that Grat is looking for are songs. And we know where one of those songs is. We're still missing 2 of them.
Yeah, so Stone Tower Temple has to be Woth for one of the missing songs at this point.
At this point, and the only one it could be is Sonata.
Yes.
So the question is, where is Elegy? So could we open up a bet for Elegy at this point?
I don't know, but Lemon's just got to put into play courtesy of stage lights.
Nice.
But yeah,
so yeah, that list that we just sent, Shan, we do need to add boss doors.
That already has.
We did. We already did that. Gotcha. Great. Excellent. What were you about to say?
No, just yeah, I think I can agree that we could probably safely open up a bet for Elegy. But then reminder to the audience that besides anywhere in Stone Tower and Woodfall Temple, because that's foolish too, it can be pretty much anywhere.
Yep. The only other foolish place is Shrine and Sakparid. I agree, Fox. That peak is possible.
Oh, we already got people betting the well. I mean, we have light arrows, so there is a chest we can get in there. So we can't rule that out.
Very true. Very true.
Meanwhile, Sonaholic has been taking this twin mold pretty slowly. Then again, twin mold's also not being the most cooperative in the world either.
I think by far the wildest and most toxic to our runners specifically place to put Elegy in this seed is on Gorman Race. Just a check that hard requires Epona song.
I will also remind the audience that we know where healing is, and we have Icona access. And we have storms. We started with storms. Ah, for crying out loud, people, the night price for Epona was 8 rupees. 8 freaking rupees.
There you go, Grat. There's your logic. You figured it out. Now go get your Deku and find the remaining songs. Good luck.
That has been in play for the entire game.
Letter to Cafe here on the Twin Mold Hard container.
Oh, this is painful for all the wrong reasons.
All right, so unless Sona goes right now to that chest, and he's not, I would call this a lead for Grat. I would say Grat is in a good position to finish GBT here and just go, all right, where's my elegy?
Pretty much. Because, yeah, Sonaholic is missing fire, which was in the chest as you just described, and light is in Snowhead Temple behind a fairy. And it is early enough in the day here for Sonaholic to check the letter to cafe, which will yield a Picto Box and an ocean title deed.
All right, so I did just see a bet go up for key to chest. Unfortunately, I don't think that's logically possible because as we've sussed out, the Wath in Stone Tower Temple basically has to be Sonata. That is basically confirmed to be our Go Mode item. So whatever is on that key to chest, it's probably just a notebook entry or something because it is behind Elegy, probably. Most likely. And unfortunately, you can't change your bet, so sorry about that.
Okay, Gratoffie has picked up Extended Magic.
Yep, so confirming that Sona just walked right past that.
Okay, Cafe, you can finish your hidden job as the paparazzi now. We'll take that Picto Box. Later.
Can Elegy just be sitting on Ocean Deed Trade? It can, right?
Yes.
Yep, no, it's not the Picto Box yet. I saw that. Just hold your horses. We gotta advance time one more time. Alright, so Grat gonna definitely pick up Oath here, definitely gonna pick up Healing here, and definitely going to pick up that same letter to Cafe, so we'll see if any of those things, with the exception of Oath, obviously, ends up panning out to Elegy, or if it's something completely different.
Well, unfortunately, in Gratoffie's case, it's a little too late to turn in letter to Cafe, so that will require a cycle reset. Luckily, that's all it's going to require.
Yeah, we don't have to go all the way back here.
So yeah,
and as we cross the 2-hour mark here, we are going to take a second to thank all the wonderful people who made this restream possible. So our restreamer, who's working on everything behind the scenes, including rolling today's seed, is none other than Shananbread, the terrifying, who rolled today's monstrosity. Thank you, Shananbread. Our trackers today, tracking our wonderful racers, Gratoffie and Sonaholic of group Anju, I believe, are, in fact, Majoria Gaming and Pitch. And I am Neuronomicon, and my cohort in the booth is none other than the legendary Captain MD13. Thank you very much for joining me.
It is my pleasure, and it's a great. It has been a great time here. We've been just having a blast discovering what settings are required today, and it has been an absolute mess.
It really has.
I mean, I really think the kick in the teeth here is that Epona was literally just... You didn't even need a yellow rupee for that.
It's literally Sphere Zero.
Literally Sphere Zero, 8 rupees. I mean, and that's not even... We're not even sure how deep this rabbit hole for Elegy can go. Like, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah. Now, Sona is back in Cape. We'll see if he manages to correct his... clean up this area, and it does look like he is swimming in that direction, so... Not going to miss out on those fire arrows for very much longer.
And if this pushes Sonaholic back towards Snowhead Temple, that would also help push him to light arrows.
Very true. So we might have a race on our hands, folks.
Yeah, because at this point we're just looking for Elegy, and it could be like almost anywhere outside of Stone Tower and Woodfall Temple.
Yep, like we said, anywhere besides Woodfall Temple.
So, I mean, we basically have the whole rest of the world otherwise open.
Very true. We'll see whose bet pans out here as Grat continues his run through GBT. Hopefully a little bit more thorough than Sona's, just to be sure that Elegy isn't hiding here on one of the stray fairies that Sona apparently missed. There's healing for you. Alright, this one's just a red rupee. Reading
Nice.
with your ears is difficult, I'll give you that.
All right, Sonaholic is going back into Snowhead Temple here. Eventually.
Eventually. R.I.P. Yeah, that is very true, chat. If Grat ends up cleaning up Elegy here where Sona missed it, that's going to be the final nail in the coffin for Sonaholic, unfortunately.
Pretty much. I'm trying to think if there's any shops we missed at this point, and I think the answer to that is no.
Nope, we have checked all of the shops.
That all being said, I am very sus of the Icona region because Ice Arrows came kind of in the middle in logic, and we have Healing and Storms, so Pamela's open.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a Gibdo Mask for a while, but we can check a couple of things there anyway.
Very true. Yeah, does Stone Mask work for Reverse well?
Good question.
Future reference. We don't have that either, I don't think, but...
We do not.
Now, one thing that is in Sonaholic's favor right now is the fact that this will be a full clear of Snowhead, complete with the goat remain, as well as being able to check all of the other things behind Fire Arrows up at the top there.
Yeah, and
so that is another place that Elegy could be.
And furthermore, the boss no longer matters. They're all beatable.
Yep.
Thanks to Fire Arrows.
It looks like Sona is remembering to check their stray fairies, so won't miss out on those light arrows, at least not in theory.
Excuse me a moment.
No problem. Ah, yes, Gold Dust was here. I almost forgot. So
Oh, right.
that is another check that we can do.
Yeah, we never did check Smithy 2, did we?
Doesn't look like it's going to be any luck for Grat here, unless something is on Wart, which I don't think Sona went back and did. It is going to require picking up the key in late temple and then doubling back for it. Is that a cycle reset also? Because we have to turn the red pump to get the key? I think it would be. Oh, you can re-reverse the flow. That's right.
All right, we'll take those light arrows now. Thank you.
I'm sure plenty of people have had that idea already, Axel. But nobody's done it. Yep, so if you're just tuning in, we are in an elegy casino. Song Sanity, so any check in the game could have Elegy of Emptiness, which is our final required item to beat the seed.
Ooh, Sonaholic barely squeezing into that hidden chest.
Yeah. Yeah, Axel, nobody's done it, but you see everybody's expecting it. Not a very good April Fool's prank if everybody knows you're going to do it. Yeah, now Grat, unfortunately, not knowing the recoil strat here to skip a couple cutscenes, gonna get slowed down in this temple. So Sona, especially now that Grat is kind of well, does Grat still have one stray fairy to check, or am I confused? That Sona didn't get? Possibly a chest fairy that Sona didn't get. But as Grat's luck does not hold out for him here in GBT, the race, I would say, is tipping back in Sona's favor, being one remain up, and no items missing except for this elegy that we both need. Sona is able to check some fire arrow lock stuff in here, so we'll see if elegy ends up being here. I think if you're rooting for Grat, you are rooting for Elegy to not be in this temple, so that we have to once again play a guessing game. Yes, if you missed it, Fox, Grat finally went to Night Market and picked up Epona Song for a whopping 8 rupees. So literally sphere 0 the whole time.
Good try. 10 out of 10 for effort. Ooh, all right, this barrel, we've seen this already.
That was our second milk.
Ooh, missed the jump there.
No. 96.3% off. That's the biggest discount I've ever seen. At least in terms of percentage. Grat gonna go for the backup strat of just doing it the vanilla intended way. Can't say I blame him. You can make up for it if this chest is dead, and you can do the bomb recoil to get all the way across the room. But I'm not sure that Grat is a bomb recoiler yet. In a lot of his streams, he has talked about knowing a lot about the game in theory, but needing a lot of execution work. So I think this is a good improvement in terms of that from him. But it's still a long way to go.
All right, we are almost done with the Snowhead Temple, meanwhile, on the other side.
Yep, are we getting into the fire arrow lock stuff? Almost. So once again, if you're rooting for Grat, you do not want Elegy to be here. Is that a second bottle fairy? Hang on, how many bottle fairies should be in the pool, according to Shop Sanity?
Let's see. There's the one on the trading post.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that was the bottle fairy that Sonaholic got.
I don't think so. I think he got a different one. Both runners opted to pick up this useless Keaton mask. Maybe that was the one that he got. Might have just been so long ago that I...
Yeah, I think it's the same one.
Yeah.
Because I recall us having that conversation while Sonaholic was in GBT.
Yeah. They just want to get Star Fox percent. You're right. I'm sorry. They wanted to get Star Fox percent. They're on Restream. You gotta go for Star Fox percent. Keaton, the reason that Keaton was turned off as an update to Season 2 was because there was controversy about the NPC text hint that is on the Keaton quiz. Talking about, and you can go back and read the discussions in the Mystery channel if you have access to that channel, but is just talking about the potential necessity of that hint, specifically in Songs on Songs, talking about the Opona song being revealed as part of that check. And so Fifth Whammy found it best to just junk it so that didn't have to be a concern.
All right, and it looks like, well, I would say Sonaholic just fought a boss, but it kind of wasn't a boss.
Yeah. Are we getting any extra hints here in springtime?
Didn't see anything of note so far, just the Fisherman game hint again.
All right. If you want chat to win, Axel, then you hope it's on Gorman Race.
Behind the 8 rupee Epona song. We're gonna be bringing
or
that up
you
a
hope
lot,
it's on
by the way.
Pamela. Yeah. We sure are.
Because Epona song was required to get Mask of Sense in Zora Cape Grotto. And the Mushroom Scoop was Hot Spring Water. And Hot Spring Water led to Zora Mask, which fire was behind Zora, so yep, Hot Spring was required, which means Sniffle was required.
Alright, here we go to the smithy. Nice shot from Grat to finish it off. That is true. Sona never grabbed Lens. So this could be another point of advantage for Grat, being able to potentially get an important item off of this Darmani check. I am not certain whether Sona even knows where Lens is. It was on the tree in Road to Southern Swamp.
And our first projectile was kind of on the later than preferable side. It was Hookshot, and it was in someplace semi-stupid. Actually, it wasn't that stupid.
Hookshot was right there. It was in that Road to Southern Swamp Grotto, right?
It was, in fact, actually.
Yeah. So that was the logic for that. We are going to get sent to...
This is going to be Smithy 2 for Gratoffie.
Yes, very true. Sorry, I got confused watching both runners. I was like, wait, what temple did we just do again? Twin Mode was the boss of Great Bay Temple today.
Ooh, another bottle on Keg Trial. Locked by fire.
All right. That's just a bomb drop.
I'm not sure how I feel about hammering away at bombs.
Yeah, well, you know, the smithy is responsible for their own workplace safety. I don't think Termina has any sort of OSHA or any equivalent like that. So if you blow yourself up, sorry about you.
And even then, that would be... Wouldn't that be... No, never mind.
Alright, so Grat gonna go ahead and try to catch up here. The advantage being that Krat has already checked most of this temple, just has to clean up a few fire arrow locked checks, and then beat the boss, and then we will be on 2 remains each for our runners. Meanwhile, Sona trying to decide what to do with still no elegy in hand. Where do we check next?
I'm very sus at this point of Icona.
Yeah, I can't say that I disagree.
Because we could even check Icona Castle. Because we could check the pillar. We know where Keg it. We have access to relatively cheap access to a keg.
Yeah.
And Sonaholic is saying, that's it, I'm farming money for Bank 3 because I've now had to burn like 700 rupees on shopping.
I don't think that's where Grat meant to go. Take 2. Second time, Grat, what are you trying to do? Sona going west, looking towards Pinnacle Rock.
All right, there's a handful of checks here.
Yeah, now notably, Sona has a Picto Box, but has not used it to get the Seahorse yet. And I don't believe we've gotten a Seahorse's hint.
We have not.
So, unless that check is junked automatically for some reason I'm not aware of, that is an orphan. Yes, it's very true, and Sona has not checked any Garo hints despite having the opportunity.
Yeah, because wouldn't one of the Garo hints, couldn't that one of the potentially point to, like, Pamela, for example?
I think it could. There is a big, massive sometimes hint pool for Mystery, just by virtue of the fact that there's so many Garo hints to put them on.
And we had a very early access to Garo Match 2, courtesy of that first wallet.
Yep, it was on the milk purchase, so right next to its vanilla location.
By the way, if you've gone 2 hours into the game and somehow don't have a shield, there's one in Pinnacle Rock.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Don't forget these 2 Donalthos fairies.
Yeah, we did start without a sword or shield, but we had access to both pretty early.
Yep. Can you see that chest from here? I guess Grat can.
I could. I didn't look at, like, anything important.
Yeah, I mean, I assume not because Sona didn't do it. I just didn't realize that you could peek it from right there. Who's going to be the first to check lemons? Okay, no, he has to re-peek it. I was going to say, that's pretty far away. But without too much effort, here we are at the end of Snowhead Temple with whoever this guy is.
Oh, Link died again.
All right. All right, so Grat's turn in springtime. We'll have a couple of more checks to do here than Sona did. So if you're rooting for Sona, you do not want Elegy to be here. Sona gonna be the first to check a healing check. Just barely sniping Grat in that regard. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Although I don't... unless you don't count regional Gossip Fairies as a healing check.
I mean, healing or Epona, you could have used either or. I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, we had access to Epona from the start of the bloody game.
From the start of the game!
We're going to be harping on that a lot.
Yeah. Alright, still no Seahorse in, so no idea if Sona's going to be punished for not doing that check. Alright, so the lens and a moment of truth. Let's see if Elegy's here. Looks like Mikau is just a silver.
Yeah.
Did you just skip a cutscene? Did you just skip picking up that silver? That's a neat trick. Being able to pause in the middle of that cutscene like that.
Well, Durinia just gave us a piece of his heart.
Oh. Alright, so where does Sona go next? Looking like Ocean House. Oh, changing his mind. Checking on the Seahorse. Seahorse is vanilla. Yep, don't worry, Mundanes are still off. Yeah, neither runner has really pushed Ikata yet. And I mean, Shrine is foolish, but there are still some checks there.
Yeah, it looks
Both
like we're gonna
runners should
see-
have an Ocean Deed to turn in, for one.
Yeah, we're going to see a Captain's Hat, not Captain's Hat, Rear Ocean Spider House chest, which normally needs Captain's Hat, but these runners don't need it.
No.
Yeah, we might see Gratoffie P cows later, but I'm not convinced cows are on at this point. We've seen 2 milk scoops, and we've now basically cleared like almost 3/4 of the game at this point.
Here comes the Swamp Deed turn-in.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know how to cycle your items?
Well, no,
Uh-oh.
it's that.
Uh-oh, Grat. What button is it? Oh, there
Okay.
we go. I also forgot what button it is. I thought it was A, but then A was pulling up the menu. Pulling up the hints. Alright, both runners coming up MD. Gratoffie gonna find this bottle of red potion. Sona, back in Clock Town on night 1.
This is going to be the milk bar purchase and a sound check.
Yep. We can get the couples mask here at the bar. As well as this sound check.
Couples mask is second wallet locked.
Oh, true.
So we are going to need, we still need, well, to be fair, if we get a wallet here.
That would be really funny. Meanwhile, Grat finding himself back in the south. I wonder what this is for. We can't get into Woodfall Temple entrance. We can go back to Deku Palace, though. Do we... Oh! Is Butler Race... Butler Race is not junked, right? Because we don't have Rupee Shuffle, so the actual race is a check.
Butler was hinted dead, though.
Oh, it was. You're right.
A long time ago.
Yeah. No, I do have that hint marked. So I wonder what this is for. Yep. Oh, don't get caught there. Wow. Here comes the sound check. Oh, we missed I forgot to remind Shan to switch the sound for sound check.
Alrighty. Moment of truth here is sound check our answer.
Brat never did Oh, I didn't realize that.
Answer no.
So yeah, this unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, is going to be time wasted for Grat. Sonaholic's advantage here. Gonna use healing on Kamaro here.
This is a new check.
Yes. That's true, not that much time. Oh my gosh. Sona having so much trouble with the butterfly in that grotto. Probably not the ideal place to be checking whether or not butterflies are on. Still not Kamaro.
Okay, game. Where's our elegy?
Where is our elegy game? It's in Ikana, like Captain's been saying the whole time. Yep. I was gonna say, don't act like you don't have more checks to do. You got stuff to do. Yep, there goes the Ocean Deed trade.
So I have to giggle for a little bit because I had Sonaholic's audio up and I heard his soaring noise.
What's his soaring noise?
The text said PH intro.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to giggle because I just wasn't expecting that. All right. Ocean Deed. Another heart piece.
Man, we're gonna be so healthy.
I mean, look at Gratoffie. He's already rocking 8 hearts.
And double defense. Struggling with this Deku Palace here. Alright, Sona has swam back to the swamp and is going to advance time. Where are we advancing to? Yeah, I feel like we've been on Grat's audio for 2.5 hours. It might be only fair just to switch to Sonaholic. Eventually, especially since we missed soundcheck.
This is... Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah, that broke my player too.
Oh, this is the Tingle photo. Okay.
Single photo. Meanwhile, Grat, looking like he's going back into Swamp House? No, Woodfall. Yeah, Grat also never went here.
Yeah, there wasn't anything too crazy in Woodfall last I recall.
So at the very least, this will get him an owl. Sona still coming up empty here.
Yeah, in a casino scenario like this, it literally just comes down to who finds it first, who zigs when the other zags. And
Yeah.
in a casino scenario like this one, you have one of two choices for how you can route this. You can either focus on density and hope it falls on your lap along the way, or
The quote-unquote correct way to do it.
yeah, it's the more common one. The alternative is to go for the one-offs, hoping that your opponent will be turned away from those, allowing you to possibly take the lead from those from the obscure one-offs. So, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of one-offs left. So,
Yeah, I mean, there is Pamela on the table.
yeah, which can be lumped in with other parts of Icona. There's also lemons.
Yep. This might be what Sona is on his way to do.
G-Saddle, calm down. We're working on it, all right?
All right, so as we get a dog race going on here, second one for Sona. The question becomes, where does Grat go after finding nothing here in Woodfall? You don't have to wear Mask of Truth in MMR. It automatically has an effect just by being in your inventory.
However, if you do find Mask of Truth in the same room as Doggy Racetrack, you do need to leave and then come back in order for that to actually kick.
Or to reset the RNG. Grat going back to Clocktown. This is a postman check, which still got to reset if he wants to check letter at Cafe. Gonna find the Blast Mask.
Yeah, also, we really could do with a Gorman race check at this point, because that's also been sitting in our pocket for, 2.5 hours.
Unfortunately, Sona rolled right past that. Sona does not have a Pona, that's also very true, so that's Grat's check to make here.
Right.
Grat going to instead use a Pona song to call the horse to go east.
You're kind of seeing how I was alluding to earlier about, do you prioritize density or do you prioritize the one-offs you missed earlier? So, luckily, it seems like we don't have to worry about Graveyard. Although I swear, if Captain's Hat has something to do with the rest of this seed,
I don't see how it could.
I don't think so either.
No, there's still a couple of chests. There's still one chest that we can't hint, which is the day 1 Bats chest. But Mundanes being off and Rupees being off and Pots being off, I'm pretty sure prevent day 2 Grave from having anything. That's true, Fox, though, because Notebook transforms a lot of the one-offs into two-offs.
Fair. Very fair.
But since it's only Notebook meetings, there's only so many checks that applies to here.
All right, Gratoffie does have the Garrow's Mask equipped, so is going to be hopefully trying to learn some new information here.
I don't know. He's already skipping 2 Garo hints here in Lower Canyon. that might not necessarily be on his mind.
No, fair enough. Sonaholic probably didn't get a good look at Clifford, so it's just taking a quick peek back there.
I know, is it just me or was Grat streaming mono audio and now Sona is switching to stereo?
Not sure.
It's a wild bit of whiplash there. All right, so Pamela is going to be Grat's check here. So we'll see if that one pans out. Meanwhile, Sona, finishing up in Coast, is going to decide to soar to Ikana as well.
Yeah, at this point, both runners are basically being funneled here.
So instead of Pamela, Sona is going to go ahead and go straight to Ikana Castle. See what we find here. No mirror shields. We can't do egos. But we can see that on the pillar there's just a bomb drop, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that was a bomb drop. And welcome to the stream, Raiders from, I'm going to butcher this name so bad, and I apologize. Zakar Stubshin? Probably butchered that. Welcome to the stream. You join us in the middle of what has been a very chaotic and possibly about to kick into high gear race in the Majora's Mask Randomizer Mystery Season 2 settings.
Da-da-da. There it is!
Well, there you go.
That is go mode for Sonaholic. Now, well, actually not true go mode, because we do still have to figure out where the heck in all of STT Sonata is, but we definitely have a direction to run now. Unfortunately for Grat, Pamela is not going to be the option today, and so all that Grat has to do is walk right over to Castle and check Mirror Shield chest, and he will also be part of this race. We'll see if that's what he decides to do here. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to opt for maybe Pohut first. Give it, just assuming because of that Great Fairy Sword. Oh, now we go for the Garo hints. Except, why did that Garo spawn? We're not wearing the mask. Oh, right, it's modded so that it's just... You just need to tattle see up. Ocean House chest being dead is a good hint for Grat. He hasn't gone there yet. Now, could one of these Garo hints be Mirror Shield chest?
I think so.
Yeah. So if he lucks out there, we could have a race. Albeit one that Grat would be at a disadvantage, but it would still be a race.
Yeah, as far as like offense and defense, both runners are pretty much even. They both have Great Fairy Sword. They both have double defense. Sonaholic is missing out on extended magic and isn't Chateau boosted right now, but honestly, that's really not a big deal.
Yep, so as I predicted, this is a Pohut. So hopefully Grat realizes that he can do Mirror Shield chests here. But, you know, the longer he takes in Pohut, the, more terrible his fate.
All right, who's ready to full clear Stone Tower Temple looking for Sonata? Or
Me!
potentially a fetch quest item.
Yep.
Because we haven't seen Gibdo Mass, so that'd be pretty spicy. We have not seen All Knights, which doesn't matter because Stockpotting's foolish anyway.
Where does Grat go now? Grat, don't go to Shrine! Uh-oh.
Yeah,
This
it's
better
a
be just
Shrine
for the Grotto.
Yeah, it has to be because Shrine is marked foolish.
Well, you never know. With all the
Yeah.
information going on, we might have forgotten how foolish Shrine is.
Unfortunately,
But we can
I'm
very
forced
easily
to
go on
agree.
Void back up there.
That chest looks important.
Yep, unfortunately we will have to flip the temple back over to check it. Grat, where you going, buddy? Grat?
Hopefully just soaring back up.
Oh, looks like a reset.
Oh dear.
What is a reset for, Grat? It may be for Letter to Cafe.
True, he didn't turn that in. He got it too late.
Alright. Well, the fact that Grat did not decide to do Mirror Shield Chest here, I'm not sure when he goes back for that. So this may be just Sonaholic's race.
All right, well, we get another bottle in Stone Tower Temple, so again, it's nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, this is looking like a Letter to Cafe play, unfortunately. Is Letter to Cafe out of logic? It was on Twin Mold Heart Container, which was the boss of GBT.
Yeah, it should be in. What's
Why is
stopping
it out
us?
of logic?
Oh,
Why
no
is it out of logic?
No Giant's Mask Graph D.
Oh, you were so right.
Well, as Sonaholic's jingle said, okay, I believe you.
Well, luckily this shouldn't take too long. But the more things Grat does that are not Mirror Shield chests, the less likely he is to walk away with this race.
That looks important. Never mind.
Yep, the notebook looks important. So yes, all Sonaholic needs to find is Sonata. As soon as he finds that, he does not have to check anything else in this dungeon. That's why he's inverted first, because he wants it to just be here. He doesn't want to have to do any of the other side of the temple. Yep, so Fox being totally right. Not only is Grat doing this out of logic, but Sona already like full cleared all of this stuff, except for seahorses.
Well, given the circumstances, Sonaholic's time of day actually isn't too bad.
Very true.
Barring any fetch quest disasters, of course.
Yeah. Are there any timed checks left that it could lead to? Midnight Meeting?
Yeah, that's the only one that sticks out.
Well, Midnight Meeting's in Foolish Talk About In.
Right, never mind.
And I think if it was Letter to Mama or Cafe Mask, if it was Cafe Mask for Letter to Mama, then you would have to be hunting for the letter itself. But if it was just Letter to Mama,
Okay, I believe you.
Oh, well, there it is.
Okay,
GG.
we're done.
That is go mode. You don't have to worry about any other checks in this temple.
Yeah, Sonaholic's time of day is perfect for this.
Absolutely. He can take care of this dungeon, and he can take care of the foolish Woodfall Temple.
Yeah, and it helps that it's big keysy, too. Still would like to know where Giant's Massacre FD was, but
Yep, very true.
we can worry about that later.
Rat's next guess is lemons, it looks like. Sona opting to go for the bomb GFS strat here. Didn't work. Unfortunately, got horned. Now is to try a different way. Gonna go for vanilla Goron strats now. Meanwhile, Rat, having finished lemons, gonna find out the bad news. Alright, not too shabby there on the Goron strats.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start, but recovered pretty nicely. Although we might have time warped a little bit. Sorry about that.
Yep, that's okay. I think that's right, Fox. There's two prizes in the Goron shop as well. Although that's rarer because the second prize is locked behind springtime.
Ugh, no thank you.
Sona not going to hit the good luck way.
I wasn't aware that Gwei had a name.
Yep, you gotta kill it for good luck. If you don't, you're gonna lose. It's a great name. Oh my gosh.
Alright, we know that based on our missing boss, it is going to be George who is our final boss of Woodfall Temple.
Yep. Gonna have to use Bozora strats.
But yeah, this will be a super quick dungeon. It's literally just rush to the boss room and beat the boss.
Yep. Rat gonna get slowed down by these deeds as well. Oh, I missed Gibdo. Where was Gibdo?
Probably somewhere stupid.
Did Grat find Gibdo? Oh, it's the stray fairy. Oh.
Oh yeah, that checks. That checks.
What's that letter to Mama?
Yep.
Well, there's where all our fetch quest items are.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're already in front of the boss door.
Yep. But
Wow.
these dragonflies are going to give us a hard time as usual.
How Sonaholic did not just get yeeted off of that platform after getting repelled there, I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea, man.
Like, I assume we all saw that.
Grat, come on, just do the mirror shield chest. This is your chance. Sona's getting bullied.
No, it's not cows.
No, Grat, it's not cows. I don't even think cows are on. Cows are not on. Don't check the other cow. No. Grad is looking a little frustrated. Does he not know that mirror shield chest is available? He's still got more places to soar.
I'm
Great
not
Bay
sure.
Coast is going to look like maybe a seahorse play. Pinnacle Rock. Oh, me cow for sure first.
Okay. George just went. Oh, well, George just presented himself there.
All right. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right. So at this point, time of day is perfect for Sonaholic. Literally just started final hours.
Yep, and Sona gonna prove what I was saying earlier, that this game is in fact beatable without Epona-san.
Yeah, I'm curious to know where our remaining wallets are.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are the 4 items that maybe when the race is over we can see if they're in the spoilers somewhere? We want to see where our wallets wound up. We want to see where. Oh no, we're not doing Deku Prince. No, Deku Princess is shuffled. This isn't Deku Princess. This is a fairy. Which
Gotta check the
honestly,
last scoop. Fairy to the moon.
I mean, honestly, having a safety fairy is not a bad idea. So you know what? As unexpected as I'm sure that was, it's perfect. It actually makes a lot of sense from a strategic standpoint.
That is not useless info, Kirby fan. That is very important information. Alright, so Sona going to move towards the final boss here, sealing Gratoffie's fate. Meanwhile, Gratoffie, it looks like, is going to go in the seahorse direction. Or maybe just the Pinnacle Rock, same as Sona.
I don't think Gratoffie took the pirate photo, so yeah,
Nope,
probably.
and he's not going that way.
Ooh, Sonaholic is out of magic.
Yeah, and I don't think he has a chateau. So he's going to need to grab arrows and magic here at the start. 7 hearts, double defense, no FD. Should be a decently doable fight.
Hold still, will ya? All right, fairly solid Majora's Mask from Sonaholic. We're going to get an Incarnation fight next. This should be relatively smooth.
Well, none of the remains have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Gratoffie finally going to enter GBT again. Wait a minute. Why are we doing this?
Good question.
I hope we don't think that Fisherman game is anything.
No, that's
Because-
been hinted multiple times. I
Yeah,
don't think that's it.
We finished. Oh, Wart. Yep, it's gonna be Wart. Well, we'll see what's on Wart then, if Grat has the time to even get there.
Inappropriate final boss music commence.
Oh, going for the stun lock. Let's see if he gets it. Oh no, the whip is gonna stop him. A Wart sniffer. And GG to Sonaholic with a sub 3.
Yep, just barely squeezing out the sub 3 with a 2:59.
0-3 according to race time.
Yeah. And it looks like Gratoffie will be.
Yes. No, we're looking at the same thing. Grat has said in the chat that he's going to finish Wart before DNFing, so we'll get to watch that happen here. Sona's like, what check are you gonna do?
The reply should be, you don't want to know.
So we'll see if our runners decide to come in for an interview, and I hope they do, so that we can yell at them about Epona's song being 8 rupees.
Oh, jeez.
Rat, ever the content creator. Gotta show us Wart. Sona confirming that he will pop in for the interview.
And yeah, to any runners watching this back later, always check the trading post in full price shuffle.
Full price rando.
In yeah. Oh, I think price shuffle makes a difference too, yeah?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Point still stands. Double check the night one.
Those are in the pool. All right, let's see what's on Wart, Grat. How quickly can you make this happen for us? Pen bombs.
Ooh, Ward is just not being nice here.
Nope. Nice GFS kill.
There we go.
Oh, big chest.
If it is, I swear, if this is our twin roll logic.
God. Nope, it's just a bomb egg.
Nope. Still pretty funny, though.
All right. Grat has, of course, forfeited officially from the race. GG's.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, let's get our runners in for an interview so we can talk about this train wreck of a seed. It was the logic for the seed. Honestly, wasn't even that bad. It's just that we had a lot of heavy duty settings enabled, and the logic just wasn't read correctly.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of was, but the important quirk was missed.
Yeah. We do have one runner in the waiting room ready to go, and one is going to take a little bit of a break first. What a funny end screen.
That being said, what's later on our docket here?
Yeah, I suppose while we have a second.
We have it depending on if this race was covered by the French team, I believe, the Zanderville versus Volk race. That started 2 hours ago. We have Pojo Lone Wolf and Painapple going at it at 8 o'clock tonight, and that's in 4 hours, 8 o'clock Eastern time, I should stress. We've got more races slated for Tuesday afternoon and evening and Friday morning and evening. So those are the next races on the docket. But yeah, still one more for tonight.
Well, we want to thank everybody who made this restream possible while we're still waiting. Our runners, Gratoffie and Sonaholic, of course, our trackers, Majoria and Pitch, our restreamer, Shananbread, and our commentators, Captain MD13, and myself, Neuro Namakon.
Indeed, yeah, fantastic race, and our runners are in the waiting room, so we will bring them in
very shortly. And we are joined, speaking of the devil, in the commentary booth by our runners, Gratoffie and Sonaholic. GG's to both of you.
GG's.
GG's.
So Sonaholic, you're gonna love this. You know that 220 rupee Epona song you saw right at the start of the game?
Yeah.
Turns out, when you go visit the trading post at night, it's only 8.
Oh.
8 rupees.
I completely forgot the Epona song was there because of how early it was.
Oh, okay, so you weren't even thinking about that song at all.
No, I wasn't.
We kind of guessed at that based on the fact that both of you were kind of just skipping those gates into the West and East. And then we started getting a little bit worried when we couldn't find... We were like about an hour in, and we had at best like Keg, Hookshot, 2 transformation masks, and Garrow, and like that was it. This had a very slow start and a lot of settings turned on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, were you guys... I can only imagine how, how scary Notebook by itself it is, but Notebook combined with Crates and Barrels, and then also the Shop Sandy with Price Rando, that's a lot to think about.
And Song Sanity too, just...
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So... Sonaholic, the big break for you, Gratoffie, you had gotten Fire and Light Arrows way earlier, but Elegy was in the Mirror Shield chest.
Oh.
So Sonaholic committed to fully clearing Icona in his last dive, which yielded Elegy for Sonata, because by that point we only had the Stone Tower Temple Wall to go on, so we figured at that point, well, not much else it could be besides Sonata. So that's where at that particular point you both were kind of neck and neck, coming out of your respective Great Bay and Snowhead Temple clears, because Sonaholic had to go back later for fire and light arrows.
Yeah, because
but-
Sonaholic did cringe swim, as we like to call it, the human swim to Zora's shop.
Yeah, I did do that.
So when you didn't peek the cape chest, and then Grat actually went there in logic later and found the fire arrows, we were like, oh no.
And on that note, Shannon, if it's not too much trouble, if you have the log, we would like to know where A, our 2 remaining wallets are, because those would have probably made life a little easier. B, where FD and Giant's Mask are, because those were our twin mode logic, which means technically Letter to Cafe was out of play.
Yep.
Hello. Yeah. Okay, so the first wallet was Woodfall Temple Hero's Bow Chest.
That checks, because
Okay.
it was foolish.
And the second wallet was Stone Tower Bridge Crystal.
Stone Tower
Okay.
Bridge Crystal. Okay.
So uninverted
So-
Stone Tower, right? No,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. FD Fears.
So yeah, there
That
was
sounds-
no way you could get those before Epona Song then. So yeah,
There's
you had
things-
to.
Go on.
Yeah, so you had to get Epona before the first. Let me try and say that more cohesively. You had to get Epona before the second wallet.
I mean, Sona didn't.
Well,
There was an Epona song? No.
Epona who? So more of a Dolwa than Epona in this seed, to be honest.
That's true, yeah.
you're
okay,
not
so
wrong.
yeah. So Fierce Deity's Mask was bean chests.
Bean chest, and we never got beans until someplace stupid.
I think it was Snowhead.
I think it was Snowhead. Yeah. The other one was in
Giants.
Goron Shop for an obnoxiously large amount of rupees. By the way, we noticed both of you were every time you got closer to bank 3, nope, minus 200 rupees for a purchase.
Couldn't
Uh,
say anything.
What about Giant's
The
Mask?
last one was Giant's Mask, which was Stone Tower Igor. So that probably would have been. It wasn't 2-star though, because obviously
Interesting.
you had lights really early on,
Yeah.
so it wasn't 2-star. For Twin Mod logic, so it wasn't worth.
So
in
not the
Stone
Giant's
Tower.
Mask
Could've
chest,
been.
but the uninverted Stone Tower Stray Fairy chest, right?
What? For FD?
For
Giants.
Giant's Mask.
Stone Tower Igor. So that's normal Stone Tower, the one
Yeah.
on the bridge.
Yep.
After the light arrow chest.
Correct. Okay. Just clarifying for chat. I do have one more question for Sona.
Sure.
Sona, are you aware of the location of Lens of Truth?
No.
Okay. It was on the tree in Road to Southern Swamp.
You see, I've seen the purple, and I thought it was a purple rupee, so I mispeaked it.
That could have been really bad.
That definitely could have been really bad.
Yeah, I think that was all I had.
Yeah, I've got nothing else except runners watching this in the future. Remember, the night shop prices are different.
Do you know what's
What do you
really
think you forget?
interesting? I'm just
What's
looking
that?
at the spoiler log. So, I don't understand how this has happened. But you know that required bunny hood,
Yeah.
which is obviously on Cremio, which was locked because of aliens.
Mm-hmm.
The keg is 1-star.
Huh. And that Cremia was for Bunny Hood, was for Great Fairy Mask, was for Light Arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Is it due to the hint? Oh, okay, so it's...
And the vast
It
majority
drops
of your
them,
Snowhead
yeah.
keys.
Gotcha.
It could, yeah, it can't be Way of the Hero because it's on the hint.
That makes sense. Did you guys want to know anything else?
Not for me.
Anything else that our runners have to say about that seed?
Well, I should have realized sooner that the way the hero bottles for the hot spring water. So I feel like from now on, whenever I see a way the hero bottle with Scoop Sanity, I'm just going to automatically assume it's for hot spring water now.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
never had to do that.
Yeah, you
Sonaholic
got it
got the bow.
you did that way earlier than Sona did, because Sona just ended up getting that out of logic bow from the milk bar of all places.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I got bailed out by the bar bow.
Yeah, we were kind of begging for both of you guys to check Scoops, because that Sniffa was sniffing its nose all in our business.
And it was required because Hot Spring locked Zora, which locked Fire.
Yep.
It was definitely an interesting seed. And Sonaholic just did it the spicy way by ignoring Epona for 3 hours.
I tried to stay in logic for a while there, then at a certain point, it's like, I'm just going to the ocean, because I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah, we were like, so Grat's obviously trying to stay in logic, and Sona was just like, hey, what's logic? Gave up after like 10 minutes and just went everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I went to like Icona like not even 30 minutes in.
Yep.
I mean, you get Garo and Hookshot and bombs and Goron.
And yes, it is correct. Hot spring water is 2-star. So, yep. I've never seen a hot spring water north. So, I'll take that.
Yeah. Shan is satisfied. The beast has been appeased for now.
Yeah, the seed started out so slow, and then I lost track of what was going on, because Sonaholic was just like everywhere, and then Grass was just like trying to stay in logic, so I was just like, I have no idea what's going on. It was a great race, and GG's to both of you. Well done.
Yeah, GG's. That was a
for
fun
running.
race.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. The chat was, I think, confused most of the time. Nobody really knew what was going on. Everyone was mad that nobody would go to Trading Post at night, especially Fox. Fox was like very infuriated the whole time. But yeah, at least now you guys know for the future, or if you were reminded, go to the Trading Post at night. There's a chance that it might be cheaper, like 96.3% cheaper. I think someone put in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this race, both chat, commentators, trackers, racers. This was spicy. So yeah, just kind of repeating on what Cap said. We've got a race later, which is Pojo Lone Wolf versus the Painapple, and then our next race is on until Tuesday. So we finally get a day off. Let's see if we've got any restreams coming up. Ones that I saw. Looks like currently it's MMR. There may be some OT randomizers. No, not OT randomizer. Breath of the Wild, any percent, Link to the Past, and then MMR. So make sure you guys keep an eye out. But what we're going to do is we're going to raid over to Kaizo. Kaizo is currently hosting the group Premier match between Zendaville and Volk 41. That is still ongoing as far as I know. So you guys could go enjoy some more Majora's Mask, because we haven't got anything else going on ZSR at the moment. But we will see you guys later for I already forgot which match it was. Pojo versus Painapple. Thank you guys. And thank you to the commentators, Captain and Nero. Thank you for putting on a fantastic show as always. And of course our two lovely trackers, Majoria and Pitch. Majoria, I hope your first restream wasn't too scary. Hopefully we'll see you in the comms booth soon. And I'm Shannon Bread, I was your restreamer and your seed roller for today. But yeah, that's it from us. We will see you guys later. Enjoy the race later on. But yeah, that's it from us. Goodbye.